Hello my hooping buddies. Today I want to bring you something that my wife is working on, and she's making another journal here. And I don't know what all these fancy cuts are here, but anyways, what I'm going to do, she's asked me to quilt this for her, and she put a piece of batting on the back here, and we're going to take it over and we're going to hoop it up and pick a pattern out, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is a journal. It's going to fold in half like this. So that's going to be the front, and then this will be the back of the journal. So let's go over and pick a design. We're at the PC, and I have Brother PE11 open, and we're going to go ahead and pick a pattern that we want to use to quilt the journal. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up here, and we're going to go to Design Settings. And we're going to make sure that we have our 9.5 by 14 hoop selected here, which we do, so we're good. And I'm going to pull up a program called 2-Stitch, which if you haven't watched my video on how to get free embroidery patterns, that's one you'll want to watch to be able to get this. This is a free program. It's called 2-Stitch Organizer, and you can see all of your embroidery designs. So we're going to go through here, and we're going to find something that we want to use, and we've decided that we're going to use a butterfly pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this 8.9. So if you click on this, you can see what the pattern is going to be. So the name of that is 9 by 8 butterfly. We'll just go ahead and pick that out of there. So we'll minimize that. We're going to go up to File, Open. And I'm going to search through here and find a 9 by 8 butterfly lap quilt. Looks good. Alright, and there it is. So the first thing we need to do is this is a directional pattern, and remember I said that the top of the quilt was on this side to this side over here. So we're going to want to rotate these butterflies till we get to the correct position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click till I got my black dots around here, and I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to go up to rotate, and we can rotate this left. So we'll go rotate left, and there we are. We've got it in there. Now when we mark those lines around we use the pattern to mark the lines on the journal, it came out to be 9.5 by 12.5. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure that this pattern is 9.5 by 12.5. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our scale over here to the left, and whenever we get on that part there, we're going to see the line over there. You should be able to see it moving to the left on the ruler. So I'm going to hold down my control key so all the stitches stay the same. I'm going to do this for the whole adjustment, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to go to 6 1/4 over to your left. You'll see the ruler. I'm going to let go of that, and I'm going to come up to the top, and I'm going to do the same up here, 6 1/4, and I'm going to let go. So 6 1/4, 6 1/4, that's 12.5. And then I'm going to come over here to this side, and I'm going to go to 4 3/4 gives me 9.5, but I'm going to come back just a little bit so that I'm not off of this pattern or off of the frame size, because it's exactly 9.5, and the program won't let me save it if I go all the way out to 9.5. So I'm going to go out and just come back just a hair off of 4 3/4 at the top of the ruler. You see it sliding up there, so I'm going to go just almost to 4 3/4, let go, and that is our pattern. So at this point, we're going to send it over to the baby lock, which I showed you in past videos. We want to make sure that you're hooked up Wi-Fi. Got Bud and Jackie's machine is already hooked up, and we're going to go up here and hit send to network machine, and we're going to hit Bud and Jackie's. Now I've already set this over there, and if I click this, it's just going to send it again, so I'm not going to do that, but that would be the send to get it over to the baby lock. So it is there. You could put it on a USB stick if you wanted to, send a USB stick, and then you could plug it into your machine if you don't have this network capability. Now, just for the heck of it, we'll hit this run button here and you can watch this stitch. Isn't that beautiful? And there you have it. So what we'll do now is I'm going to take you over to the baby lock and I'll show you how to bring that up and position it on the frame, and we'll hoop it up. Alright, first thing I need to do is I need to hoop the journal cover up into the hoop, and as you can see I've got that hooped up. And so the journal's actually in here this way, so this is the front and this would be the back cover. So we got to keep that in mind for when we pick a quilting pattern, that if it's a directional pattern, that we don't accidentally put it up and down this way, so it's going to have to run this way. So what I need to do right now is I've got a template here, and the template is basically the finished size of the journal. So I'm going to mark this right here, which I've already done, and this is just as a guideline for me to tell me that I need to quilt inside those lines. So from here we're going to go over to the computer and we're going to pick a pattern, and I'll show you how to get that put into the baby lock. Alright, we're back at the baby lock here, and we're going to pull up that embroidery pattern and let's get it set up. So we're going to hit embroidery, and we sent it over Wi-Fi, so we're going to touch the Wi-Fi symbol there, and I know it's going to be at the bottom of my group. So there's the butterflies right there. We'll go ahead and pick the butterflies, and we're going to hit set. And if we notice this is 12.47 by 9.28, so we're about where we want to be, and we're going to go ahead and hit embroidery. And now we're going to put the hoop in the machine. Alright, we got the hoop in the machine. And what we're going to do is I'm going to turn my laser on so I can see where the needle's at. We're going to go around all four corners and see if we need to adjust to that line that we drew on from the pattern that we drew to make sure that our quilting is going to stay within that line. So I'm going to hit that. I'll go down to this left corner here. Alright, looks like. Let's go up to the top corner. Too bad there. Looks like we need to move it down a little bit, so I'm going to hit layout, move, and I'm just going to bump that down just a few bumps here. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my, come down the bottom, see where we're at. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's go to the right side. Left side. Yeah, we need to go just a hair over. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out, move, and bump that just a couple over. Then we'll click OK. And then again, we're going to look at the other side. And I'm looking for equal distance here where I drew my lines to where this is going to stitch. So I'm going to go ahead up the top one more time. Looks good. We'll come down to the bottom. Perfect, right on the line. I'm going to go ahead and put that right back in the center. I'm going to click OK. And we have our machine set up with the thread. So we're ready to go. Alright, we're going to drop the presser foot. And we're going to hit the start button. So let it go. Should take 3 minutes. It's 1,540 stitches. Well, we're using yellow thread, so it might be a little, probably hard to see. And I'll give you a couple close-up snapshots once we get it done. Alright, it's almost done. And the reason we picked the yellow thread is we didn't want to take away from the pattern, because sometimes you want the quilting to really stand out and other times you don't. So in this instance we wanted to not take away from the pattern, and you'll be able to see it up close. So here we have the finished quilted journal, and we will I'll put some snapshots so you can see it a little bit closer. I'm going to turn the other side and you can really see what it looks like here. So that's what it looks like on the other side. Alright, my hooping buddies. Take care. Have a great time. Keep it in a hoop.